This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 1. This looks like a keepable hand. We have a ton of shocks. Actually, I don't know if this is quite keepable. We don't have a green source and it's quite slow. But I'm going to keep it. I mean, 4 lands, 3 cards, 3 relevant cards. Very slow. We could just be destroyed by any sort of burn. Even disruption is a bit difficult for us. But I'm going to keep this to see how it works. Probably in the future this will be a mulligan hand because you do want to see like a Carotid or an Elvish Mystic first turn or in your opening hand to try to accelerate. So no, we're not going to mulligan this. And I'd really like to see a mono black list here to see how well it works. It's going to be an Overgrown Tomb. And see if we get Thoughtseize here. Okay, it's going to be probably the BG Dredge list that is everywhere. Luckily, I have Scavenging Oozes in the sideboard that can really hose this deck. Again, another slow card. Not liking that. We're just going to go for the Stomping Grounds into play tapped. And he's going to go crazy here with like Commune with the Gods. And hopefully I can beat this. This deck is everywhere now. I still prefer the Dredge list, though. This still could be like a Golgari mid-range deck, but I highly doubt it. I think Grizzly Salvage is going to come on the end of his turn. And we'll Stomping Grounds again. And next turn, we'll be able to throw out the Courser Crucifix. So Grizzly Salvage, and he finds a Nemesis Immortals, which is oh, he puts a Satyr Wayfinder. So it looks like, no, I don't know why he did that. I think that Nemesis Immortals might just be, yeah, I'm going to get overrun here. Again, with very little removal. Cyclonic Rift is pretty terrible as well. Well, actually, it's not bad because it sends everything back to the hand, but then he can just proceed to play it the next turn. I'm trying to think of any sort of sideboard card that would really work against the deck. But, yeah, I can't. I'm so surprised. I guess when Standard has been so stale lately that whenever there's a new deck out, people just buy it like crazy. That's why like Jared Golgari Lichlord is like 8 tickets now on MTGO, and so is like Shadowmourne Demon is like 12, and those were both like bulk mythic a couple weeks ago. So now that Conley Woods has spotlighted this deck, and of course I myself have spotlighted this deck, and then Ari Lax has spotlighted it, it's become very popular. I think the Jund version is so much better because of Flesh Blood. The Jared Golgari Lichlord, that's a pretty good turn 3. And now our little Elvish Mystic came out a little bit too late, so we can Courser here. And I'm just going to get overrun. I had way too slow of a hand. So there's Varel on top. Varel at this point doesn't do much. But next turn I can actually cast a Mystic, and hopefully a land goes off the top here. So again, Jared is probably just going to beat us down because he's going to be able to Satyr Wayfinder here and probably Grizzly Salvage. So here comes Satyr Wayfinder, and he gets a swamp out of it, and that's exactly what you want to see. So his Jared is just huge. So actually the best card I could draw into is like a Kiora, as I could keep that Jared basically weak. I have to take 7 here, which is unfortunate. He can Grizzly Salvage in response. No, he does not. 3 cards left in his hand. He should have done that beforehand, I think. So he gets 2 more cards in the graveyard. I think that we can just put out an Elvish Mystic, and hopefully it doesn't have like a Herald of Torment to bestow to give it flying. Otherwise, we can chump block with an Elvish Mystic next turn and still be okay. So there's Varel, and a Prophet on top. Unfortunately, we can cast a Varel. We can cast a Varel and an Elvish Mystic. That's fine. And again, hopefully we can avoid a Herald of Torment. That's the one problem I have with just the BG list. Okay, he's got it. So that is going to be game. We will go on to the next one here. I think Cyclonic Rift does come in, and Scavenging Ooze, of course, does come in. Scavenging Ooze is definitely going to be the no-brainer here. Ral Zarek, I think, is a little bit weak in this, and But, I mean, we only have options for... And Mizium Mortars actually seems decent. It can clear... No, it doesn't. It's just going to be... Hopefully we draw into a Scavenging Ooze. Maybe I should have... Now that this deck's everywhere, BG Dredge, it's got... I'm so disappointed because when I ran the Jund Dredge, I was the only person playing it. There was very, very few... any sort of graveyard strategies. There's a little bit of like a junk reanimator deck going around with a Whip of Erebos. But now with everyone running this BG, man, we're going to see Scavenging Oozes everywhere. We're going to see Crypt Incursions. We might even see Rakdos Charms and Rest in Peace, and it just completely hoses the deck. So hopefully what I need to do here is... Yeah, I think Varels are just too slow for this, and Chandra's just too slow. And I think Ral Zarek might be okay. No. And even like Stormbred Dragon. I'm going to run this list right here. I think we just need to go fast as possible. And just hopefully we have this is a keepable hand. We have a Domri and a Courser. Good thing about BG Dredge is it mulligans very well. I'll just Stomping Grounds, and then we can Carotid next turn, and then hopefully go from there. This would have been a sick hand if this would have been an Elvish Mystic. So again, hopefully we can get that Scavenging Ooze as quickly as possible. Cure is going to be great, though, as it can shut down his... If he bestows something, I can completely shut it down each turn. So that if I draw into land, I might actually just Kiora. So here comes the first either Commune. Nope, just a Sylvan Carotid. Okay. All right, so do we go for the Cure? I think we do. I think we spend our mana. And maybe we upper to 3. And now it kind of puts him on the ropes. Again, I'm just going to shut down. If you Lipane Zombies here, he can get a Courser, but I'm just going to keep upping her. And now I could even Mercurial Chemister here if I wanted to. I have to worry about a Shadowborn Demon, though. I'm thinking that Domri is just the right play. Maybe Courser of Crewfix. Yeah, we're into Courser of Crewfix here. And Xenagos is on top. I'm going to actually draw a card. And hopefully we can get a land on top. No, we don't. Okay, so there's a profit. This guy... Yeah, that didn't help us too much. We can play this into play tapped, and there's no point... Yeah. So next turn, though, we do have some pretty good cards. He's a bit slow. He didn't have any sort of ramp here. And if he casts a Shadowborn Demon here, it just kills a Courser. That's what I thought was coming. And then he's going to have to kill his Carotid next turn or the Demon. And we'll just keep that Demon locked down. And the right play, of course, is to profit here. And next turn, then now we can actually flash stuff in, which will be the Chemister. And again, I think he just kills the Shadowborn. Wow, he actually kills the Demon. I've got the Demon locked down with Cure forever. And it looks like he's missing his Dredge cards. Now another Shadowborn Demon. Yeah, we're going to flash this Mercurial Chemister in. Unfortunately, we won't be able to deal with double Shadowborn Demons. Hopefully they'll have to kill themselves. Yeah, he'll have to kill both of them, so I'm okay there. This did give him the option. Maybe I should have just tapped... No, I had to do that in response. Maybe in response to him... Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because he kills the Prophet either way. Yeah, these Shadowborn Demons are definitely have to kill each other, so that's not that bad. And there's another one anyway. At this point, I can just draw a card and play a because I don't need to keep either one of these tapped down. Yeah, because this goes on the stack and then it has to read, so he can't cheat these anyway. So I think what we just do here is we draw 2 cards. And I'm going to draw another card. So now we can play both of these lands this turn. And that will allow us to profit. And then we can flash in another Courser of Kruphix. And we should be pretty good. I mean, this is a fun deck if nothing else. Again, both these Shadowborns are going to have to die. And we are really in the driver's seat now. I mean, it looks like you got mana flooded. I actually do not think that a concession is... Yeah, Nemesis Immortals, it's okay. I could actually kill it. And we probably will, depending on what he does. Yeah, so I'm going to... We're going to discard a Prophet of Kruphix to do 5 damage to it. Yep, and he just concedes there. Too bad we didn't be able to play this out, because what was going to happen, we just got him controlled down with the Mercurial Chemister. What would have happened, and then I'd flash in a Courser of Kruphix, and then our Planeswalkers will get us there. So Kiora definitely is amazing in this. Unfortunately, like, Ral's not very good, Varel's not good, Mizium Mortars I still don't think is very good. Neither Chandra Pyromaster. And I guess, yeah, I guess we just need to, we really need to, maybe Chandras are good because they try to find us an ooze. I mean, the faster we can get to an ooze, the better. And the rest of these cards don't really help us find the ooze. I guess Garruk Caller Beast can help us find an ooze. And maybe actually Garruk needs to come in for like a Niv Mizzet. And again, maybe these Storm Breaths aren't the right, maybe it's just Chandra that's a better way to find the ooze. So that's going to be my game plan. Find the ooze. All right, so we'll submit this. And definitely keepable hand. We got a second turn Courser of Kruphix. Or do we have a second turn? Yes, we do. But again, this GB deck is just so quick. So yes, I'd like to pay 2 life. Yes, I'd like to Elvish Mystic. And then the following turn we have a Chandra. And he's stuck out of green mana, and that's very, 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 very bad for BG Dredge. The good news is I know how to play the deck really well, so I know how to play against it very well. So anyway, again, it's just going to be a Temple here. And a Courser of Kruphix. And we got a Prophet on top. And see what goes down here. He could actually Nighthowler, Lifebane Zombie completely misses. I hope he does play a Lifebane Zombie. And then we can actually play hopefully a Chandra and then kill the Lifebane Zombie. No, it's just going to be a Caratid. So he's really, really slow at the moment. Ugh. Well, we can Temple. And I want that on bottom at this point. Now there's a Steam Vents, but I cannot play. And unfortunately, everything is just right out of our range here. Could have got in there for 1, but not a big deal. He's got to find some Dredge cards, but he's got the mana for it now. There he goes. Let's minimize this thing here. But he only finds 2 irrelevant cards in the graveyard. He does get that Overgrown Tomb. Which now he can what? Do a Nemesis Immortals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, just another Sylvan Carotid. Okay. So I might just want to start going to the face with... No, it's going to be a Prophet for sure. And there's the Ooze. So once the Ooze comes down, it's going to be game. And I can actually even flash it in. So we're going to go the Prophet. And I'll flash it in at the end of the turn. I don't want to get blown out by a Shadowborn Demon. Okay. Yeah, this Ooze is just going to wreck him. So I could actually flash in a Chemister. Ooze is still the right play. Oh, I can't do an Ooze quite yet. Never mind, it's on top of my library, duh. So we'll flash in the Mercurial Chemister, and one of these times I'm going to tap red. There we go. And we can actually kill the Shadowborn Demon if we wanted to, but he's not going to have enough stuff in his graveyard. Yeah, I think we'll be okay with the Ooze. Hopefully the best thing I can find on top of my library is going to be another green source. Because we'll draw one, we'll be able to play it with Courser of Crewfix. And I might actually just Mercurial Chemist to try to find one, another green source, because it's that. Yes, that is perfect. I think this is pretty much going to be the nuts. Unless he has another Shadowborn Demon. But with that, we can just start exiling everything. So he can keep his demon alive. And if he's got another demon, I think we'll be okay. Because he's got to sacrifice something here. He'll just kill the Wayfinder. And hopefully he just doesn't go crazy with like Dredge, and somehow Night Howler on a Shadowborn Demon. But I don't think that's going to be possible with an Ooze. I think the Ooze is just going to shut him down. So there's one Wayfinder, which only finds him a Deathrite and a Mystic, so that's fine. So you can get in with the Shadowborn Demon, but it's going to be negligible life because I'll be able to gain so much life per turn with Mr. Ooze. And actually next turn with Xenagos, I can generate a ton of mana. And looks like he's just going to cast a Night Howler on a Satyr Wayfinder, which when I exile all the graveyards, it won't be that bad. So I'm fine with that. It's a 7/7. I mean, I can chump block that all day too. So the Ooze is the bane of his existence. And he just scoops to an Ooze. So again, it's too bad he didn't play that out because I actually wanted to see how well the deck would do. But hey, not too shabby against BG. Again, I am worried about mono black, but so far 1-0 is not bad. I'll take that. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.